hello again everyone. Today is the 30th of January 2015 and we're coming up to the end of the month. Next month, I think I've got a calendar somewhere, is February. And you might notice I'm looking a bit see-through all of a sudden. I've been mucking about with voodoo and the black arts, which is never a good idea. And now I'm stuck in some strange limbo world, not living and not being dead, stuck in some realm in the middle. Well, you gotta laugh, haven't you? Anyway, today it's been snowing and then it's all disappeared. I think someone may have nicked it. No, I'm not on drugs, it's just a very weird week. So anyway, what videos have we uploaded this week? Well, starting in the ZX Spectrum, in 1987 I brought you the wonderful Gauntlet by US Gold. Fairly basic game, converted from the arcade cabinet. You control this, well, you have a choice of 4 characters, 4 Merlin, Tyra and some elf thing. And you must complete certain levels by finding the exit each time. Now, you're probably best for a description looking at the gameplay to my left or right, so I can't remember where. But it's somewhere on the screen, or was. Now, the levels start off quite easily. You have to avoid ghosts and demons and death himself. Sometimes you have to find keys. It's over the head 2D. Looks pretty basic, but it plays quite well. I don't know how many levels there are of this, but it's an absolute winner. I'll probably be looking at the sequel on it on the Commodore Amiga. I believe there's a third one as well. But it's a jolly super. I did enjoy playing that one from 1987. Then we brought you another Spectrum game. This is a vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. It's Dragon Spirit by Domark in 1989, as I sort of like mentioned here. Domark's games are a bit hit and miss. This one, it's an interesting idea. Vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. Instead of controlling a plane like a lot of the other ones of its ilk, you control this dragon. There's power-ups that gives him 2 heads or even 3 heads sometimes, and multiple fire. Now, although I like the idea, the difficulty level is a bit tricky. The dragon moves very slow due to the colour clash, well not colour clash, same colours of the background and the things firing at you. It's very hard to see things. And that's a common thing with a lot of the ZX Spectrum vertical scrolling shoot 'em ups. It was sold on Lightforce. They done a very good well, job there if you want to look at that review. But Dragon Spirit, it seems it wants to be a good game. I want to like it more, but I find that something's stopping me. I think if it gradually blended you into the gameplay, so it had a couple of easy stages first of all, brought you into that mystic world, it would have been a lot more enjoyable. But it's lacking. Also come out on the Commodore Amiga, which again I might be having a look at to see how that compares. And now we move over to the Commodore Amiga. Now this is quite an iconic game. I believe I got this game with my Amiga when I was gifted it back in the day. It's Shadow of the Beast 2 from Psygnosis, released in 1990. A sequel, of course, to the massive hit, the original Shadow of the Beast. Now this game, like most Psygnosis games, fantastic graphics, awesome sound, great game over sequence there, very atmospheric. Also a brilliant introduction, a little bit spooky, scared me half to death back in the day. But the gameplay is pretty tricky, mixed up with a certain amount of puzzles and, well, general fighting. I'd never completed this one, I know that's a big surprise. It's a fantastic game, but if they lowered the difficulty level on it, it could have been a bit easier. Basically the plot is Arbron is a half beast, half man. His baby sister has been kidnapped by the dragon Ishran. You must solve a number of puzzles and then with the help of another dragon called Barloom, I think, or something similar, you must go and rescue her. So check out the gameplay on that. I got a certain distance but not overly far. A beast called Bernard, I named him, caused some trouble as well. So just one Amiga game this week. We'll probably do 2 next week, so look out for them. And then, well, wait for it, we're on the penultimate stage. It's Tomb Raider Blundering on the PlayStation 4. Stage 14, Atlantis. Now, this is pretty hardcore, this stage. There's quite a large number of mutants to kill you, Atlantean mutants. There's a puzzle near the end where you've got another beastie matching all your moves, and you have to try and manoeuvre them down a lava pit. Now, I've really struggled putting this one together, but by Jeffrey it's now complete. So after you've watched that, I've just got to put up the last stage, stage 15, which is the final confrontation. So we're getting there, we're getting there. There's a very minor glitch for about 30 seconds in that video, or maybe a bit less, which I sort of got around, but you're not missing too much. I don't think it distracts from the gameplay, so please check that one out. Yeah, on the PlayStation, IDOS 1996. And the last game I brought you this week, no pinball this time round, so we'll try and address that next week. But the last one was on the Game Boy Advance, the fantastic Virtua Tennis by THQ and Sega in 2005. It's a tennis game. Oh, you want me to say more? Well, it plays really well. Graphics aren't as good as the Dreamcast, the original it was on, but that goes without saying. But the playability is there. There's a mixture of shots, it doesn't get repetitive, a mixture of singles and doubles. There's real life players like Venus and Serena Williams and a number of others. You can customise your own player, which I didn't do in the review. And there's hours of gameplay on that. It's not repetitive at all, a number of different services. One criticism is I don't really like the music that plays during the game, but that can be changed. Overall, Virtua Tennis, it's a winner. I've got Virtua Tennis 4 on my PS Vita, and that's evolved quite a lot since then. But this is a good addition. So, yep, sorry I'm in a strange, ghostly sort of form this time round. I'll try and find some sort of spell to get out of that, but I can't promise anything. So, yep, thanks for watching as always. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.
What do I do now? I suppose I just float off in a rather low-cost, ghostly way that's a bit naff. Okay? Ooh, 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 ooh.